Okay, so today we're diving into something uh, pretty tense, right? The Ethiopian Renaissance Dam
Yeah.
and all the controversy swirling around it.
Hmm.
We found this article, and it's making this pretty bold claim, basically saying that Egypt owes Ethiopia,
Yeah.
like a full-on apology
Interesting.
for, get this, spreading misinformation about the dam.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're talking about international relations,
Right.
resource management, the whole 9 yards. It's a big one.
It is, yeah. The power of narratives, too, shaping global perceptions and all that.
Exactly. So let's just jump right in, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay, so the article comes out swinging, right?
Yeah.
Saying Egypt's been pushing this, quote, false narrative about how harmful the dam's going to be.
Oh, I see.
But, is that really true? I mean, what's the backstory here? Why was Egypt so worried in the first place?
Well, think about it. Egypt's always seen the Nile as, their lifeline, right?
Right, yeah.
Their whole history is tied to it. Agriculture, industry, even just drinking water, it all depends on the Nile.
Makes sense.
So naturally, anything that might mess with the river's flow is going to make them nervous.
So they were worried about water shortages.
Exactly. That was the big fear. Less water for them means less for everything.
Okay, but the article argues that that's not what happened, right?
Right. The article's key evidence is that, the dam's finished now.
Okay.
And it's producing electricity.
Right.
But those predicted water shortages haven't happened. Not even a little bit. In fact, there's evidence that the dam is actually helping.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regulating the flow, preventing floods, A&D droughts.
Wow, that's a pretty big difference.
Huge. It completely flips the script.
And the article says this whole narrative, even reached the UN Security Council.
Yeah, it did. Led to, multiple emergency sessions about the dam.
Wow.
Can you imagine the pressure on Ethiopia?
Seriously? That must have been intense. So, what was Egypt's goal here? Why push this narrative so hard?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? We got to be careful about, speculating too much. Yeah.
Of course.
But you can't deny there's, a whole web of geopolitics tangled up in this.
Right.
It's not just about water, that's for sure.
And the article doesn't hold back, calling this a historical embarrassment and a lesson in how dangerous misinformation can be.
Strong words, for sure. But they make you think.
They do. What does this mean for African nations working together?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Can they trust each other after this? Will it be harder to collaborate on shared resources in the future? Big questions.
Huge. But amidst all the controversy, the article also highlights this, positive side, right?
Yeah.
The potential of the dam as this symbol of African development.
Right. We can't forget that.
What do you think about that?
It's inspiring, honestly. Think about it. This dam could become this beacon of success, inspiring similar projects all across Africa.
Right.
Showing what's possible when countries work together, African ingenuity, collaboration. It's a powerful message.
Totally. So we went from fears of a water crisis to this potential for a whole new era of development.
It's quite the journey.
It is. And it leaves us with this big question. Now that the dam's actually done and working,
yeah,
what can Ethiopia and Egypt do to fix their relationship and make sure they can manage the Nile sustainably?
That's the real challenge, isn't it? Finding a way forward together.
It is. Definitely something to think about.
Absolutely. Food for thought for everyone listening.